The first healthy habit that experts are using to help achieve weight loss and body recomposition goals is eating a complete protein at each meal. Most people are focused on general protein and not complete sources of protein. Complete proteins are better for body recomposition goals where you want to maintain or increase muscle mass while decreasing body fat. Complete proteins are also going to be rich in an amino acid called leucine, which specifically is found to help the body create new muscle mass. Incomplete proteins don't do this as well. So like the experts, you can make sure that each of your meals contains complete protein from food sources like Greek yogurt, eggs, beef, tempeh, pork, chicken, all of those great things. Which if you're new here, my name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. And today's video is sponsored by Kettle and Fire. More on them in a bit. Now the second healthy habit that experts are using is pairing their water with salt. So I think everyone knows that water is important, but what most people don't realize is that salt and electrolytes is just as important, especially if you have a weight loss goal. In fact, low salt diets have been found to increase insulin resistance, which can make it harder to achieve a weight loss goal. And if you're drinking a lot of water, but you're not adding electrolytes like sea salt into your water, you're further diluting your electrolytes and making an electrolyte imbalance even worse. Now you can remedy this just by adding Celtic sea salt onto your food or using an electrolyte replacement that actually has sodium. Now the third healthy habit experts are using is that they're stepping every hour. The more often you move, the more insulin sensitive you're going to be, and the easier it will be to achieve a body recomposition or fat loss goal. Even just the small habit of getting up every hour and getting some steps in for 1 minute can help to break up those sedentary moments that lead to more insulin resistance. The fourth healthy habit that experts are using is that they're doing more deadlifts. Now, if you're a beginner on your wellness journey and you're just starting to add in walking, that's a great place to start. But if you're looking to really ramp up fat burning, increasing muscle mass is a really important factor. And deadlifts target some of our biggest muscle areas, specifically our glutes and our hamstrings. And the more muscle mass we have, the more insulin sensitive we can be, and the easier it can be to burn fat as fuel. And you can even start off with lower weight for something like deadlifts, even using 5-pound dumbbells to begin with if you're brand new. Just getting that motion in and building that muscle mass can really help. Now, the fifth healthy habit experts are using is that they're using real bone broth, not that chicken or beef extract stuff. Only real bone broth is going to be packed with collagen. That's because collagen comes from bones. And when you combine collagen with other complete proteins, it can really help to increase your satiety, which can help to prevent snacking and make it easier to achieve your weight loss goals. And unfortunately, there are a lot of really bad broth companies out there now trying to capitalize on all the health perks that real bone broth has. Thankfully, there's actually options like today's sponsor, Kettle and Fire, that's the real deal. Kettle and Fire uses grass-fed bones and simmers it for over 20 hours so you can really get all of that collagen to help you feel more satiated and satisfied and help to work towards your weight loss goals. They even have options that use regenerative farming practices, which helps to work with the environment rather than against it. My favorite thing about Kettle and Fire is that it comes in a lot of different amazing flavors. You guys know the Chipotle beef is my absolute favorite. I love making chili and it goes really well with chili recipes. But they also have other options like a butter chicken option or even just the original bone broth or chicken broth flavors. So you can use it for pretty much any meal to get a boost of collagen. And Kettle and Fire is giving you guys 20% off at checkout when you use the code AUTUMNBAITS. You can check out the details with the link down in the description below. You'll make some great chili. Okay, the sixth healthy habit that experts are using is that they're going to bed earlier. I know, not really the sexiest tip, but it's 100% true and 100% effective. Especially if you struggle with weight gain around the belly, getting better sleep can help to decrease the stress hormone cortisol the next day, and high levels of cortisol are directly tied to weight gain around the belly. Now, I try to be in bed and asleep by 9:30, which I know I'm probably like a grandma to most of you guys, but even if you're used to going to bed at midnight and you pull it down to 11 or 10:30, this can make a huge difference on your insulin sensitivity, your cortisol, and your hunger levels the next day. The seventh healthy habit that the experts are using is that they're eating detox promoting foods. Happy liver, happy fat metabolism. Meaning if your liver is overloaded with toxins, it can actually make the body more insulin resistant and harder to burn fat as fuel, especially if it's overloaded with things like fructose. Now, reducing those foods that overload the liver is really important, but in addition to that, adding in detox promoting foods can help aid the liver in getting rid of those toxins. This includes things like turmeric or cruciferous vegetables or Brazil nuts. All of these can help with phase 2 liver detox to help flush out those toxins. Now, the eighth healthy habit that the experts are using is intermittent fasting. This list would not be complete without intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is such an effective tool to help you tap into fat burning, but also to help reduce bloating. Because when you are fasting, it decreases our storing hormone insulin, but it also increases the gut cleaning process called the migrating motor complex. This helps to flush out left behind food and bacteria that can normally lead to bloating. That's where I first personally benefited from intermittent fasting. It completely transformed my gut health. But intermittent fasting is not eating less, it's eating less often. Experts know that difference. And I have hundreds of videos on intermittent fasting. I'll have some of them linked down below as a great place to start if you're brand new. So you can just click that little arrow icon for the description and you'll find the links to the intermittent fasting videos you can start with. The ninth healthy habit that the experts are using is that they're feeding their gut bacteria, not necessarily taking probiotics. You can actually help your good bacteria to flourish without having to spend money on supplements simply by eating the right types of food that good bacteria loves. Some of these items can include fiber-rich veggies and fruits like avocados and raspberries, and at the same time, you can starve off bad bacteria by not providing the foods that it eats, like those rapidly fermenting sugars or processed refined carbohydrates in things like crackers and breads and pastas. Now, the 10th healthy habit that the experts are using is that they're scheduling their treat meals. Rather than saying, I'm never having any of those foods again, experts are planning when they're going to have their treats. Because we all know it's inevitable. It will happen. There will be a birthday, there will be a celebration where there's going to be something that's not in line with your weight loss or wellness goals. For most people, it's not realistic to say you're never going to eat those foods again. But by giving yourself the opportunity each week to have one treat meal, notice I say meal, not day, this can provide you the flexibility to still stay on track while allowing for the occasional celebratory treat. If you want to get started with intermittent fasting to help you achieve a weight loss goal, you can find out exactly how long it takes to start seeing results with this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.